Greetings, YouTube. I hope you'll excuse my eyes at the moment. I had them dilated this morning for a doctor's appointment, and they are still wide open and rather blurry. Today's news piece I'm going to talk about is about John Freshwater. He was, past tense, a teacher in an 8th grade science class. Except Mr. Freshwater had a very unusual take on what is the topic of an 8th grade science class. And he promoted a very specific creationist position, talking about how, God created it all and not actually teaching science, even though it was a science classroom. Now, the most stupefying thing that this man did in this class was use a Tesla coil to heat up a metal crucifix, a piece of wire bent into the shape of a cross, and used it to brand students. He actually burned a cross into the flesh of minors. Now, I have never been able to figure out how this man was not arrested and thrown in jail for this. That's battery. And it's illegal because those children cannot grant consent. They are not adults. They have not reached the age of consent in 8th grade. So that right there to me should say he should be put into prison. But I'm wacky like that, seeing as I actually want to save children from being battered by adults. But he has filed a case against the school system saying that he should be rehired. And his case doesn't have a lot of merit, but it's still being heard. I'm going to link to an article that breaks it down into incredible detail. I suggest you take a look at it. He uses a lot of legal terms. Hope you don't mind that. He essentially wants to be rehired. He wants to be put back into a position of authority where he can continue to promote a strictly religious worldview while being ostensibly a teacher in science, except he's not. I'm assuming he also wants the opportunity to once again maim children in the name of his God, which is also bizarre. I thought that kind of thing was actually frowned upon in the Old Testament. It's kind of like why Jews don't get tattoos, I thought. But, that's me. I'm just a wacky pagan. I'm still confused why this man has any legal legs whatsoever to stand on. He is teaching religion, which is a clear violation of the Establishment Clause, in a science classroom. While you are a teacher of a class, you are an agent of the school. You are not a private citizen. Now, if you are outside the school, outside your private time, and you want to tell anyone who can listen that creationism is the way and you should follow it, do so. You are protected by the First Amendment, and I will endorse your right to do that. But when you are teaching students, your goal is to teach the subject at hand and not to promote your particular political or religious agenda. So, go look at the article. Come back. Tell me what you think. This is a fascinating case, even though I find it incredibly bizarre.